Titala muk swalap siam salsali suika alsa humantalat. Welcome to Meet Me at the Mic. Conversations here with the Lookout. We gather around our virtual kitchen table, sharing stories, weaving histories, a bit of culture, a bit of knowledge, lifting each other up, sharing our moments in life. We focus on Stalo women. As we share our journeys and sit together, we invite you in to join us. And so today, we welcome Francine Douglas. Francine, also Shashkowit. Shashkowit Staelis, Shashkowit Chiam. We're extremely grateful that you made time for us and your many busy events that you probably move to throughout the day, every day. We're here at kind of the crux of fall. It's the first time we've really sat at kind of the living room style table here at the podcast studio. So just welcoming you, and we'd love to have an introduction from you.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrielynn. My name is Francine Douglas. My traditional name is Shaishkwilwit, a name shared with me from Auntie Gwen, Gwen Point she's married into Scout-Kale. And my mom is late Maxine Prevost, Zilchat, and who's from Chehalis as well. Her parents were Don Felix Joe and Irene Peters. And my dad is Peter Prevost, known throughout South Timuch as Papa.
Papa Peter. Yeah.
And he's Simshan from Metlakatla. I'm really happy to be here today. Just wanted to thank the Out Stalo Women's Group for inviting me to share and sit with you. It's I was just getting excited being able to hang out with you today.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you for that. As the Lookout has kind of launched off of the foundation of the Housemakers Association, is that the Stalo Homemakers.
Stalo Homemakers Society.
Stalo Homemakers Society, thank you. As the Lookout has evolved from the first meeting that took place at Chiacton, I've seen you in the circle, the Lookout circle, offering your many gifts. And I was on my way here thinking about purpose and how purpose shifts and life paths shift, and really always personally I'm inspired at your readiness to answer a call as it arrives and to offer whether it's a gift or a service to the community. And some might even define purpose that way, to say like purpose is the service or the gift to the community that you're in, right. Rather than purpose being kind of a single line driven through a lifetime. That purpose is this answer to a call. And you used to do a great deal of pulling people together. And I certainly would consider this a gift and a skill that you have. Are there reflections that you have from pulling people together for different reasons?
Yeah, it brings up a whole lot of stuff for me, just speaking about people's gifts and people's purpose in life. And I feel like that's something our Stalo women are almost always searching for. I think about my mom, who while I was growing up, that was one thing she always shared, was how everybody is born with a gift. And I went into my first career in mental health, and it was a lot of really hard work, a lot of just giving myself time and energy, and the kids were young then. Actually, Onyx wasn't born yet. It was just our son, Darwin Jr., Little Dubs. And I burnt right out and ended up, it was also around the time where we lost my mom, actually. And so I ended up working in her position at Stalo Nation. And that was a position where there was a lot of event planning, the children's festival, the cultural burnings that they host and do each year, the Chiefs gathering. And so I remember at that time thinking, oh, I know how to do this, because this is how we were raised with Auntie Gwen Point and helping organize the powwow.
Wow.
And really seeing the magic in what happens when people come together, and you don't really have to do much. You just need to create the space and being able to sit back and watch people connect and spend time together and watch what comes out of it as people are gathering. And I remember feeling that in a lot of the gatherings that I hosted.
It's a type of satisfaction.
Yeah.
Things have gone how they're meant to.
Right, yeah.
Well, even.
Yeah. In all the details.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. The Chilliwack powwow.
Yeah.
That was always a really big event.
It was, yeah. Yeah. Good times back then.
And the Children's Festival was as well. Really an uplifting event every year.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So you actually mentioned your mom, and I suddenly remembered that we should probably start off in a good way. We were just racing in there, and to to honor our siwalas and our sialahuas and the path that they've helped put us on. I was thinking about prayer song coming into this, and the legacies that our elders leave, maybe not always in hopes that people will pick it up, but it's always nice when someone picks it up. And so the Stalo Shwili singers were a group in the 90s. I believe they were around in the 90s. And they composed a number of songs, and so I'm with a new group of singers, and we're singing these songs. And so I'd like to share in prayer a piece of a song that I'm learning there, composed by Huli Hotelier, Uncle Stephen.
Beautiful.
I don't have my paddles, but I've got paddle carders.
Beautiful. Yeah. I wish I had my camera.
We're just going to do it, guys. Oh, hilo, oh, hey, oh, hilo, oh, hey, oh, hilo, oh, hey. To such sumptuously, oh, chicha siam, elo matriarchally. Oh, chichotsian. Castus kama thumbs kakato.
Thank you.
I love when he sings that song.
I've actually asked him to sing that for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Tisachusum surely touch my heart. Look surely heal my heart. Or like my soul.
Yeah.
Dallas, the second line. So touch my soul, heal my soul, take care of my soul.
Beautiful. Did you guys work to translate it? Or
that work's been done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that work was done already.
Oh, okay.
And so we were able to just pick up a piece of paper, and one of the elders who remembered the song was able to guide us.
Nice.
Yeah. we're like little birds. Tweet, 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 following.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So Schwitaseltout, the program, is that the program that you took on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you're really, as you moved into that role, I guess the expectation was there to be an instant success. And surely there was a lot of success. But planning events in the community also comes with challenges too, right?
Yeah.
It kind of it reminds me of that time. I believe I was working in the same office,
Right.
and kind of existing in and around that energy,
Right.
of all the moving parts.
Yeah.
I saw you there sometimes really late at night.
Yeah.
Making it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually it makes me think about the work of Chilliwack as well. I remember one of the things my mom really wanted to do was create a voice for urban Aboriginal people. And I think because of her just relationship with Chehalis, she was living off reserve for such a long time. And so I feel like, in a way, Chilliwack is working to really strengthen that voice of the Stala woman collectively. And knowing that the nations are doing their work, doing the work that they need to for their community members. But I feel like this is another space, like another layer of that, collective, I guess, of bringing people together.
Oh yeah. And we're claiming your Stalo lineage and pulling you into the circle too.
Right.
Right. Like we're kind of thinking, who are the future guests of this podcast, and how do we claim back our women who may have married out a couple of generations ago or something like that, who just don't come back often enough. One of the common statements that I've heard in the podcasts are from the women who are coming in from the city or from that direction, and the view of the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
And how special that is.
Yeah.
Like every time. It's a type of healing in us.
Right.
That just is not replaced.
Right.
Not replaced by other things. I was also kind of reflecting on how we move through our purpose and our gift as we age. And we're aging. But that the way that our dear friend Leslie often describes it is that through life we're collecting these gifts right? And we're holding our basket,
Yeah.
right? And at a certain point, it's good to reflect on what's in that. What are we still holding? What is this teaching me? But also, how do I turn around and offer it?
Yeah.
Then to others.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited you're in school.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there any aspect of that work that feels like you're kind of pulling together the work from over the years?
Right. I have this conversation with the kids quite often about, because they're at a time in their life where they're figuring out their career, figuring out, what gifts do they have and how do they show up and support the family and community. And, and I feel like throughout my life, I've been able to, I've had the privilege of going to school. Got my Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology and anthropology, and, had some great business experience following and working alongside Darwin, and doing a lot of really cool things where I feel like I've been able to learn quite a bit. And like I said, I stepped away from working in mental health back in when the kids were young, and found my way back in to the field, and in a master's of counseling program.
Awesome.
I'm halfway through, and I just absolutely loving it. And I feel like the work that I'm really wanting to focus on is not in a way of how to help other people with depression or anxiety or mental health concerns or issues, but in a way, how are we working to really center our Chilliwack practices? I think about when I was doing a lot of that work, gathering people together, I was sitting with foster parents who were raising our Stalo and Chilliwack children, and sat with them and was talking to them about cultural practices and our family systems. And I'm remembering Kaloa Adele, who's well known in the territory, and she would talk to the foster parents and remind them that we had systems in place. We had family systems, we had economic systems, we had justice systems, we had healthcare systems. And now I think about how our women also had a system. If somebody wronged them, or somebody crossed their boundary, there was probably a system in place for them to address it. And they had a voice and, the support to rectify. And I feel like a part of my work is just remembering that these systems are not lost.
Nice.
And we kind of have, in some areas, maybe it's just a small thread. In some areas, our people have worked to strengthen it, but we have these threads to bring these systems back and center them.
Wow.
Instead of, and I go to school a couple of days a week, and just thinking about the process of decolonization. And I feel like when I'm at school and I'm learning from the non-Indigenous professor about non-Indigenous theories and tools and techniques to help people with mental health issues, it gets in my head that, it is actually a good idea to decolonize these theories and see how we can tweak them to fit our people. And then when I'm at home and I'm sitting with people like you, or with Darwin, or with our aunties, or sitting in the longhouse, it's like I remember again, we have our systems in place. And it it was actually when you and I went to the wool spinning workshop, and you said, if you don't mind, if I can share something.
I don't remember.
Go ahead. You were saying how you were talking about mountain goat wool. And you said mountain goat wool is like one of my anchors. It's like a lens through which I see things. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that really helped me remember that we have our systems, we have our anchors, our chalmuch ways of caring for each other. And it's almost like the weft, right? Is it? Oh no, the warp, the lines,
like
right?
the bones of it.
The bones,
Yeah.
yes. It's like that's our center. Those are our anchors. Those are the ways, our family systems. All of these things are the ways that we take care of each other. And it's okay if I, reach outside of the center and pull in some theories or tools from the Western way, but I can just weave it in instead of making it that lens through which I see things, if that makes sense.
It totally does. And that is your sovereign right.
Right.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so often we might lean on Section 35.
Right.
The box, the empty box of Section 35, and say that the government recognizes and affirms our rights. But we're still figuring out not what's in the box, but how to describe what's in the box. And I think what you've just done now is a way to describe your sovereign right to view the health and wellness models.
Right.
And I'm super excited for where that would go.
Yeah.
With the grounded perspectives that you have in our Hwalmuk culture and ways of living. Because when you describe the warp, I immediately thought of how some of them have been cut.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe it's been cut deliberately. Maybe it wore away. I don't know that part.
Yeah.
But if you work with wool, you can splice it back together.
Yeah.
You can splice it back together. And so sometimes though we're weaving, but sometimes we got to go all the way back to our structure.
Right.
In some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where you find yourself now is like learning these models and bringing them home and reflecting on them.
Yeah. Well, it's been like learning the Hulitum knowledge system. It's quite fascinating because a lot of the theories are actually from Hulitum men who have often gone into indigenous communities to form their theories. And so, in a way, I feel like for me, learning about this in like mental health and counseling, it's been extremely validating to me because I feel like I'm just reflecting on things that we've already been taught. And sometimes it's simple things, like they'll talk about the counselor and the client relationship and how the relationship is the most important part of a counseling, like the success of the counseling goals or treatment. And these are things that our moms and aunties have taught us. It's all about relationship. It's all
relationship first.
Yes, it's all about just being there. And, we learned that when we go to the longhouse that, you're the medicine and you just need to sit there and be there.
Wow.
Yeah. And even in a traumatic situation, that's one of the in the Hulitum research, they talk about having somebody there is one of the most significant sources of recovery through trauma, is having somebody else there to help ground you. And these are things we know.
That we know and do.
Yeah.
It's interesting that it's gone kind of in a circle then, right? From the curiosity and maybe the passion of somebody who wants to learn it, seeks out learning it, and then someone like yourself who is seeking to learn and then seeing it kind of within yourself already.
Yeah.
And what it makes me think of is milestones.
Right.
In life. And when we have babies born, milestone. Sometimes when their soft spot closes,
right.
that's another milestone, puberty milestone.
Yeah.
Sometimes marriage is a milestone, becoming a grandmother. Again, that change of life. But what are all these things if those relationships aren't there as part of those milestones?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're so important. They're key.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just reflecting on like this time in my life, I feel like I've been going through so much change and really thinking about in my own healing, I've had to reach out to other people, and instead of thinking I could do it myself and I just need to go to the doctor, or I just need to talk to the naturopath. But I feel like one of the ways that I've been able to support myself going through this time in my life, as I'm a grandma finally.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And going through this change with menopause, like the biggest thing really has been sitting with other people.
The medicine.
Yeah.
Without a chance to reflect on someone else's personal experience, it could probably be even more challenging. Like a foreign version of yourself inside yourself.
Yeah.
There's some aspects of finding our way into that next phase of womanhood that my own mom was mentioning are things undone or things held on to that kind of like wake up as you begin to have another opportunity to process them.
Right.
And I think again about how important relationships are in processing some of the things that wake up in those times.
Yeah. Well, I really feel like as we move through life, like our body, mind, and spirit is really pulling us towards a place of balance. And it does that almost unconsciously. We're just being moved to heal. And sometimes in that path, the memories, like the hard memories or the hurts and the pains, they show up because they show themselves. And they show themselves because we're meant to work through them. We're meant to take a look at them and understand it. So why, throughout my life, I feel like, we've had so many losses. That grief it gets so heavy. And just being able to take the time to remember that those things in the past don't ever change, right? And we talk about I remember thinking, oh, like, so how do you get rid of the trauma?
Can we make this go away?
Yeah. Oh. And realizing, like, it actually doesn't change. When you lose someone, they don't ever come back. And so I feel like through our practices, you know, we have ways to support people to move through that grief, to move through the trauma, move through those hurts.
That's intact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like through what I've had to learn about myself was realizing there's been generations of loss and generations of disconnection. And a lot of what I hold, it actually isn't mine. And how beautiful it is to remember that. Like, a lot of that pain and hurt actually didn't belong to me.
But it's moved through you?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's that seeking balance.
Right.
But it's like beyond you.
Right.
I wonder, in the same breath or in the same line of thought, when a woman heals, does her partner, does her husband also, is there like a ripple effect, have you found?
Yeah.
In a way?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like
or even your children.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like, if you think about when you do your work, your healing work, you're really, I feel like, creating a space for others to do their work as well. And, you know, we talk about, they actually talk about mirror neurons.
Mirror
neurons that we have in our brain.
Okay.
And so when we see other people hurt or in pain, the mirror neurons, these ones reflect it back. So it brings up the hurt and pain in ourselves. But it also works the other way. So if we see other people in their sitting in their power, it reminds us that we have something within us too.
Wow.
To do that work.
Wow.
To find our gift, to find that purpose.
It's like a hardwired science.
Yeah.
And empathy.
Right. Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Wow. And I feel that as like as a friend, as a sister to you, to witness your growth, your choices to heal.
Right.
Right. And this like pulse that comes from it. Every deliberate step created this pulse. And there's just been these like transformational healings that have taken place in the men and the women and the children in the community.
Yeah.
And in your family.
Yeah.
And that's that medicine moving through. I feel like that's that medicine moving through. But you've made the conscious choice to participate. Yeah. To look at the things that come to your attention and to address them. Yeah. And so my brother, I don't know if you've seen his button. My brother has a button that says, now I'm forgetting. You gotta feel the feelings, I guess. I'm butchering his cool button. But feel your way through it.
Right.
And I'm living with my brother right now. And we're living together. And he's an everyday reminder about feeling your feelings. Yeah. And it can feel like a really daunting task when you've been not addressing them or not
Yeah.
feeling them for a long time, and that
Yeah.
becomes the habit.
Yeah.
It becomes the habit to say no. That feels like a feeling. No.
Yeah.
But to let it move through you, like what you've just done.
Right.
You're not going to keep crying for the next hour.
I hope not.
If you do, that's okay. But you felt it, and then it passed.
Right.
And I was thinking about something that a counselor I had once said. This beautiful thing. She said, "What happens if you allow yourself?
Yeah.
What happens?" And I felt like I was floating in outer space when she said it. I don't know. It's just blackness, scary, right?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't practiced.
Yeah.
And so she said, give yourself 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just give yourself 5 minutes. Give someone else 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then remind someone who's shutting someone else's feelings to give them 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's been transformational
Right.
to just ride that wave
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's I definitely, and I feel like this might be common for a lot of our families, we haven't been taught how to express emotion. I feel like anger is okay growing up, and maybe being not angry or laughing, right? Like the big laughs that's so common, right? And so a big part of my healing has been it's almost being able to sit with those feelings and get to know them, understand where they live in my body, where I might hold them, and almost kind of take them outside of me, put them in front of me, and have a conversation with them.
Curiosity.
Being curious.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like a full body check-in would be a really awesome skill to learn.
Yeah.
And if you could pick the best time of day,
Yeah.
what would you say is the best time of day to do that? Like bedtime?
Yeah.
When you wake up?
Maybe morning. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Something to kind of
Yeah. Or yeah.
invite in.
Yeah. Even before bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It certainly would bring change.
Right.
And change is the thing that feels also kind of like floating and scary at times too. Like, oh, if I make this conscious change, what happens to my personality? What happens to my habit? And then suddenly, who am I?
Yeah.
But you're welcoming those kinds of changes. What have you found, like, in the muck of that?
Oh, well, I think the biggest one was around my parenting. So, in a lot of our families, there's sexual abuse. And I feel like my mom, because of her experience growing up, she almost raised me with that fear of protecting me, overprotecting me, and kept me safe.
Yeah.
And then realizing, I think that's how I parented my children, with that fear. And so it's almost like that anxiety, right? That fear, that anxiety, that's how it can get passed down. And so it's not even the behaviors, right? Like there's physically, my children are safe, but emotionally or mentally, they're being raised in this anxiety that they can't help but to embody. And, they don't even know why, right? Like it took me 45 years to realize, like, so
There's fear.
There's fear there, and it doesn't even belong to me.
What replaces the fear, though? How do we, are you in the process of replacing your fear? or
Yeah, well, I guess it's like I always say, like, there's never one reason for anything happening.
of course. Fran.
So
We don't have a clear answer, but there's answers. That's what you're
yeah. And so it really is, like, I feel like, time with people, time with family, time with yourself.
Safety.
Yeah. What does safety look like in your body? What does safety look like? How would you describe it? How do you know when your body feels safe? How do you know that your spirit is grounded? What does that feel like?
Spirit and grounding is it's like a popular. There's always this kind of popular culture about spirituality, and when I look at how you invite spirit in your life, it's very authentic. It's very grounded. And so when you talk about spiritual grounding, I kind of see all of the ways that you occupy the spiritual realm of yourself. And it kind of leads me to thinking about the opposite, which exists in these kind of spiritual arenas. And the coined phrase, I believe, is spiritual bypassing.
Right.
Have you heard that term?
I have, yeah.
So spiritual bypassing doesn't address the kind of emotional experiences or the need for balance or the mental health aspects of it. It says, oh, spirit will take care of that.
Right.
Or I'm following the spirit, and all these other things kind of just, they'll work out. I can feel myself getting a bit angry at the things that people claim are spirit. And for sure, we're not all-knowing beings.
Yeah.
But I love that you acknowledge spiritual grounding. And I genuinely feel the value of that, even in this wild world.
Yeah.
The value of grounding and not spiritually bypassing.
Yeah, it makes me think about what I was sitting with Brother Brian, my husband Darwin's brother, and I can't remember what uncle told him, but an uncle told him that when he can take care of himself, then he can take care of others. And when he can take care of others, then he can take care of the land. And when you can take care of the land, then you can take care of spirit.
Oh.
And
do we want to write that down?
and I feel like in my my path to work through all of my internal stuff, one of the biggest things for me has been, how do I love myself? And it's so crazy how it always ends up being, okay, I need to feed myself. I need to remember to bath and shower every day, to have a clean place for myself. I need to move and exercise my body, and sleep, put myself to bed. Like, still, I feel like I'm learning how to put myself to bed.
Sometimes the show's really good.
But those are like foundations.
Beautiful.
For our wellness.
Women, men.
Yeah.
Foundational wellness. There's a check in there too.
Yeah.
Am I fed?
Yeah.
Am I rested?
Yeah. And
I already forgot all the other ones.
it's really hard to love yourself.
Am I rested? Okay. Am I caffeinated?
Yeah. Well, and I think about it, some of our young women who are having babies when they're young. And if they don't have those moms and grandmas around them to help with the baby, right? Like, we're missing some of those milestones that you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
How are we marking with ceremony when babies are born, when our children go through puberty and become an adult now, when our couples are getting married, and how are we supporting their relationship?
I feel sometimes that there's a lot of focus on getting to that point, and then we're so busy that we just like rush off to do the next preparation thing, and it's a good reminder to follow up. Sometimes the days following a funeral are harder than the days leading up to a funeral, and our loved ones need that check-in. Sometimes there's a lot of hype leading into the canoe journey, and then the kids are on a high during the canoe journey, and they start to crash.
Right.
And those connections fade, and those daily ceremonies fade, and they need us to check in with them as well.
Right. Yeah.
Because we can't just ride the highs.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we do. It's an action-packed world, our Stalo world.
Yeah.
Action-packed. We could probably go 7 days a week.
Yeah.
To gathering.
Yeah.
But to remember to take care of ourselves. I feel like that's the message I'm getting. And maybe we do have to go many years exhausting ourselves to realize that, because we're busy. But we don't all have someone in our ear reminding us to slow down.
Yeah.
Until we're at an age where we recognize our body demands this of us at times.
Yeah. Well, it's our people generationally. A lot of us, the short lifespans because of all of the things that we're dealing with: suicides, addiction, accidents, diseases. We're so lucky to have the elders that we have, and how important it is to continue sharing these teachings, or that lived experience, the things that we've learned. Beautiful.
We've pretty well arrived at our time limit for our visit. We'll card our wool another day. But I just want to let you know that I do appreciate you, and your wellness journey is very much creating ripples in the community, and I wanted to ask you to share that. And so thank you for sharing that so openly. I really genuinely hope that there's more to come. And we rest when we need to rest, and we go when we need to go. But there's a minute or two if you have anything else that you wanted to share before we go.
I don't have anything else. Okay. I'm just really happy to have this time with you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Francine, Chilliwack, and Yashukwasai, as well as all those who joined us today.